And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Superman and Lois Season 1, Episode 3. This episode was very interesting. Normally, we'll get a Superman episode or whatever it is. Superman just saving the day, which he did a couple of times here. But, it's always fun to see Lois Lane get herself into some pickles like she always does. I feel like a Superman show with Lois Lane does not work if Lois Lane gets herself in some trouble. So we all know that she quit working at the Daily Planet because it's being corrupted by Morgan Edge. She still finds him kind of shady in a way, which is understandable. Morgan Edge is a crime boss, so there's that. Especially if you've seen him in Smallville. And, she's used to getting threats. So, that's typical normalcy for Lois while she's dealing with that kind of issue. You have the boys, doing their typical normal high school stuff. Jordan has now found a way to kind of like express himself more because he's always been that kid who's always, shy, doesn't really talk to anybody, yet while his brother's the big football star. Well, it's become the reverse. Now Jordan has actually become the football star where he's being more perceived as the the football hero. He's got the skills, he's got all this and this, to make it into the football team. Granted, his brother's doing well too, but of course Jordan has a little help when it comes to his powers. And, Superman, at this point, he's, like, very worried. He's basically being Jonathan Kent, when Jonathan Kent always refused Clark from ever playing football because, he's Superman. So he tells him, hey, you got to be careful because anything can happen on the field, especially it's a game, very intense, anything can happen. Even his brother, Jonathan, is telling him, hey, listen, man, you got to cool down with these powers. Jordan seems to think that he has under control. Only time will tell. Just so far, we've seen him use his powers, and using his powers in a way we're not actually using his powers. So he's using his strength, his speed, but he's not really using it to the eye of us. It's kind of like him just being actually really good at football. He was able to take down the bully who's been bothering him for so long because he kissed Lana's daughter. So there's that. They actually got to show respect for each other after the fact that when he first joined the team, they started making fun of him. He's like, oh, great, this Ronnie kid is going to play. Granted, the kid doesn't have that much muscles, but still, he's Superboy in a way. Didn't really show all his powers. Didn't really show his powers at all. He was just showing his skills and in the football field, and yet he's a little bit stronger than normal. So, in a way, he kind of was using his strength, but not really. And then, of course, we get to see Lois Lane get herself in some trouble again, where a bunch of people decided when I go take out Lois Lane once and for all. But unfortunately, when you're married to Superman, even though they don't know that, you tend to have insurance backup purposes. So she gets herself into a pickle, and we get to see Superman show up, save her, but then he starts fighting this giant big guy. Not a monster, maybe a metahuman, not really sure, because it made it look like he is, because Superman was punching him, and normally when he punches somebody, they going flying, right? He's punching the guy, ain't working. He's moving a little bit. He's throwing Superman through walls like Superman's like a weakling. Very, very weird. So is he using kryptonite? At first, I thought it was Metallo, but I was like, okay, maybe Metallo's here, but they're not gonna reveal it's Metallo until he shows his kryptonite chest. But no, I think he was just a metahuman, but only time will tell. Maybe Morgan Edge hired some metas to take out Lois Lane, because that actually does happen from time to time. Some people will hire other people to get Lois Lane to shut her up because she knows too much and she's one of the greatest reporters in the world. And of course, when you have Superman watching you every move, it tends to get harder. So we got to see that. So whoever that guy was, very strong. Cool little fight scene between him and Superman. No Lex in this episode, which is very odd that they didn't show us Lex a little bit, or even, anything with him for this episode. But, maybe hopefully next week. But, yeah, this was a very interesting episode. And then, of course, the ending, we see a car I would assume it was the bad guy driving his car. It looks like he was getting away, and then a woman shows up and heat visions him to death. So who is this woman? Anybody's game, anybody's guess. It could be anybody. It can be Feora, Zod's wife. Maybe Zod's in this world. I don't know. Another Kryptonian, maybe. But no answers. All she did was just lasered him, and then said the job was. She called somebody and said the job was done, and then she left. Who could she be? She could be a million people, but who knows? But it was interesting seeing Superman fight somebody on his level a little bit. So that was pretty interesting. He still won, but I mean, the guy kind of like left or was knocked out. And then when Superman got back to see him, he was there. He was already gone. So, but now he's dead. So what can I do? But yeah, that was very interesting. Oh, we also got some moments where Lana Lang and her daughter had some problems in the past, and now it's like she's like quitting cheerleading and all that. So that was somewhat something, I guess. Maybe she has powers too. I doubt it, but who knows? You never know. Maybe she's like secretly Clark's daughter, for all we know. Maybe, I don't know. But only time will tell. Maybe she had an accident, but who knows what happens. Maybe we'll get more information, or maybe I just missed it. I didn't really pay attention to it. Yeah, we got to see that. Obviously, the boys are now playing football together, so there's that. Clark is now trying to balance being a father and, of course, Superman at the same time. It's not easy for him. It's not very easy for him. I mean, him being Superman is easy for him, but being a father, not so much. He's still learning, so he'll get there. But yeah, it was a very simple episode. Nothing really major happened, so no big reveals. But there was some questions about who the mystery guy was that Superman was getting tossed by. So, and why did he get killed suddenly? So there's some questions there, but we have to wait to see what happens. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.